What is going on, FA Nation? John Pemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Playbook live show. It is Monday. We have 8 games here on the DraftKings main slate. Grande, we did the preview show. Appreciate all of you who tuned into that, commented, liked, subscribed. Love seeing you guys comment in there each and every day.
Every single person.
Love getting all the new subscribers as well. A lot of you realizing that you hadn't subscribed, despite being daily viewers, so we certainly appreciate you guys hitting that button for us. Grande, we did the preview show again this morning. We kind of were talking about how we have Coors Field on this slate and ways we thought people were going to try to fit, get these guys into the lineup. And we also talked, obviously, pitching. I didn't think Spencer Strider was going to be highly rostered with the idea that we're trying to fit in Coors Field, and yet as of now he is the highest rostered pitcher, almost 30% on this highest rostered spend up, almost 30% here. Is it surprising to you to see them go Strider over Yamamoto here?
No, it's not ever surprising when a pitcher can strike a lot of people out.
Even in the matchups that are his recent performances, I guess Yamamoto can strike guys out.
Yeah, but that's core. He's in Coors. Okay. The public perception is not the same. Coors versus the field is just a different public perception. You started the show by saying we're in Coors Field. That's just like what happens. So,
do you agree with the public going?
I think that it's fine. There's obviously upside, and there's obviously disaster written all over it. If he keeps the ball in the yard, then he should be fine. If he doesn't, he's in deep waters. That's like what it's come down to. You look at some of the batted ball stuff, even in his last 2 blowups, really unlucky. 2 starts ago, his BABIP was over 700 or 600. Last start, sub 3 xFIP or sub 4 xFIP. He has 7-8 earned runs. Like, there's been some really bad batted ball luck. And it's kind of been what's happened all year. He has a sub 4 FIP. He has a sub 4 xFIP. He has a sub 4 Sierra. So, yeah, I think that there's a reason why he's getting the ownership, and I think it's fine. I am perfectly fine being against Spencer Strider, though. I also think the White Sox are firmly in play. So, like, sure. I am not surprised the ownership is there. I am also perfectly fine going against Spencer Strider. So, like, all sides of the coin are at play here. And I don't think there's anything off the table.
Yeah. The one thing we did get right was where the value is going to be. Nestor Cortez is your highest rostered starting pitcher today, over 30%. Dustin May is getting love as well, up over 21% here. And then we have a 5K Victor Medeiros is getting nearly 20% ownership. He threw 72 pitches in that last outing, 4 innings, 3 earned. Not like a fantastic start by any stretch of the imagination, but again, people just trying to jam in value plays. Thoughts as the field goes downward?
Yeah, we did this last week. We did this with Jack Perkins, and Joe Boyle, right? Mm-hmm. We just like jam these cheap pitchers in just to fit cores. I don't think that's the same for. We'll get to May and Cortez in a second because I think that's definitely viable. The Medeiros one specifically is what I'm talking about. Like, we are just simply jamming a cheap pitcher in and praying. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. Like, not that the Reds have been this world-beating offense. They haven't. They have not actually been that good. But like Medeiros was fine at AAA. Neither split was particularly great against him, but he doesn't exactly have a high strikeout ceiling. There's not a lot to like. I mean, 72 pitches in his last outing, can't throw strikes. Massive issue with throwing strikes. That's a massive flag. If you are unable to throw a lot of pitches, or in this case, like, they take you out at 72, if you can't throw strikes, you're just not going to have the opportunity to throw a lot of pitches. I have no interest going there. I do have a lot of interest in the other two, including Dustin May. And, you and I had a lengthy discussion about Dustin May last night.
You did. Pitch mix, man.
Yeah. And it's obviously interesting because we have no like we have no idea how it turns out. None. By the year's end, it could go complete opposite of what it was last start, or it can just take off from here.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, the change in pitch mix has mattered. If you look at his last 2 starts, Dustin May has had at least a 12% swinging strike rate in each of them. His average for the season is 8.5. So he's almost up 4%. And obviously that's risen with those 12% outings, right? So he's had 12% swing strike. He had 12 swings and misses last start, including 8 strikeouts. And he gets a Baltimore offense that really, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, let's face it. They traded some really good pieces in Ramon Laureano and Ryan O'Hearn.
Yep.
And they've been better because their pitching has been better. It's not like Gunnar Henderson's having last year's season. It's not like Jordan Westburg is having. I mean, Jordan Westburg's been good, but like there's no one on that offense that has really like peaked. And even since the All-Star break, they're 18th or worse in OPS, WOBA, and WRC plus against righties, and they're striking out nearly 23% of the time. That's exactly a month of data, right? July 18th was when the All-Star break ended. So, take it for what it is. The first start Dustin May had didn't go well, generated a bunch of swings and misses. That's always a good sign for what's to come. And then he did it again. And what came was a good start with 8 strikeouts. So we'll see if it happens here. I'm interested at the price. And I'm also interested if he's going to get less ownership than Nestor Cortez, I would go there because although Nestor has a better matchup, and that's like just what it is. Like, not that Baltimore has been great. San Francisco's been the worst. That is the worst offense. The problem is Dustin May's thrown 90 plus pitches in both his starts. If Nestor Cortez is still limited or Boston's bullpen is good. Boston's bullpen is not Padres good. Like Boston doesn't have the option to get Mason Miller in the 7th inning or like Jeremiah Estrada in the 5th inning, right? They want that can happen. So there's more ownership on Nestor. His pitch count is definitely more of a question mark than Dustin May's. And yes, the matchup is better, but Nestor also has, sometimes a bit of a control problem. So of the two, I like May better. I like both. Don't get me wrong. I think both are fine. I like Dustin May a little bit.
And again, he kind of said what needed to be said there about Nestor Cortez. The Giants are basically dead last in all stats there against lefties. Was there anything in the mid-range for you? Boston, we highlighted sort of their numbers against lefties, but Rob Refsnyder on the IL today. So, takes out a big bat. You've kind of talked about how good Trevor Rogers has been. Does that interest you anymore? Like the idea that the Red Sox missing one of their strong split hitters?
Yeah, and also they haven't been that good. Since the All-Star break, that has actually been a big regression point. They have hit righties better than lefties. Since the break, 17th in OPS, 16th in WOBA, 19th in WRC plus. So they've actually been slightly worse than league average in some major offensive categories. 22% strikeout rate. The one issue is the righties. Obviously, there's like definite regression coming for Trevor Rogers when you look at some of the numbers. Like he's still been a good pitcher, but I literally wrote, I'm not afraid to go to Rogers in my art. Like that's how good he's been. There is peripherals that suggest like there's some regression, but he has an elite strikeout to walk ratio. He doesn't walk anyone. He has a decent strikeout rate, not great. And he has just getting so many ground balls. So I actually do like Trevor Rogers quite a bit. You mentioned obviously Refsnyder's not in the lineup. They did call up Nate Eaton that he is leading off.
Leading off right away, yeah.
Like that is not something that makes me like quake in my boots. I understand Nate Eaton had a couple good games, but if it was so good, he probably wouldn't have been sent down again, right? They've kept a lot of other players ahead of him for this stretch of time. So I do like Trevor Rogers a little bit. Yamamoto is obviously an elite pitcher in a semi-decent spot. And I say semi-decent spot because the Rockies have been greatly improved since the All-Star break against righties, but they do strike out a lot. So for a pitcher that's typically 10K plus, I definitely like the $9,400 price tag as well. And then the only other pitcher I'd really mention is Brady Singer. You know, why would I want to play Spencer Strider when I can get Spencer Strider at 8K, you know?
Sure. Yeah. Listen, makes a lot of sense.
Makes a ton of sense, right?
Makes a ton of sense if you listen to the show
Right.
and understand.
But I think like there's nothing has changed from the Angels from the beginning of the season until now, right? They hit home runs. They strike out a lot.
Yeah.
And there's almost always two outcomes. One, they hit a lot of home runs. And two, they strike out a lot. Like
honestly, that's really where it's at. So.
And Brady Singer, I do want to point this out. And I don't know, like sometimes it's overblown. Go to Brady Singer, click on his splits page, and then look at his road numbers. I don't understand it because he pitches in a terrible environment at home.
Yeah. For his career, I lied his career, but earlier this was flipped.
Yes.
Like at the beginning of the season, he was getting hammered at home, and we talked about that. And then all of a sudden, he just started throwing shutout baseball from like that point forward.
His last two starts on the road, John, that he got shelled in, Pittsburgh and Washington.
It's crazy.
Those are not good teams. So, his last good road start was in June. Just throwing it out there. So that's needs to be put in perspective as well.
Sure. All right. Go on over to catcher. Again, this is where basically everybody is just trying to fit in as many of this Coors Field game as we can get, which means Will Smith at $5,900 is your highest priced player, or highest rostered, and highest priced. He's almost 25%. Drake Baldwin, who is someone that I kind of went to right away, if looking to pivot down, he's your next highest rostered player. Gets this spot here against Gomez. You highlighted Gomez on his like 5th team this year, and just not a good pitcher. Hitting cleanup for Drake Baldwin. So, for me, if you can find the money to play Will Smith, we talked about it. Like, yep, go ahead, figure it out. If you watched the preview show, you saw that we did kind of struggle a little bit to play Yamamoto with a Cortez and get a lot of Dodgers in the lineup. So we ended up spending down at the catcher spot, but hard to really fight Smith or Baldwin here.
Yeah. And I would also throw William Contreras in there because Jameson Taillon can't not allow home runs to righties. So I know you're just speaking from an ownership perspective, but I'm speaking from a price perspective. For sure, Smith and Contreras at the top, and then Baldwin in the mid-range.
Okay. Value. If you're not on Strider, you have Teal. Basalo's hitting 6 today at 3K. If you like Dustin May, if you're off Dustin May, Basalo's there. What are you looking at here?
Yeah, I think the Dustin May side is another one like Strider that you could also stack Baltimore. I have May in my playbook and core plays. I also have Baltimore in both as well. So like you said, it's been one good start for Dustin May in like a long time. So I'm not like fully on board. I just think it's a good price, and Baltimore's been subpar. Teal looks good. We've highlighted his expected numbers against lefties or against right-handed pitching. Basalo looks good. Bo Naylor at 2,600, Freddie Fermin at 2,500. Those would probably that's probably my entire player pool.
Yeah, Team Fermin from here as well. $2,500 as a punt play. First base, we talked about $7,000 Shohei Ohtani. That's not scaring anybody. 27% right now at the ownership. Dual positional eligibility. You can play them all. Ownership is actually also the top 3 price guys. Ohtani, Freeman, Olsen. They're just leveling themselves down as they try to figure out where to spend their money at first base tonight.
Yeah, I think all 3 make sense too. Like Ohtani's Ohtani. Freeman has actually been a little better lately, like a little. I say that like a little better. But obviously Kyle Freeland has struggles with righties and lefties, and Olsen is in a great spot against Gomez. So I have no complaints with any of those three.
Yep. Pascantino in the line at 46. Romy hitting cleanup tonight at 45. He still has like a 300 ISO versus lefties. Manzardo, someone we highlighted a lot of. Tyon officially starting. So you have Vaughn. That game has some weather potential concerns to watch for. Thoughts on this mid range?
Yeah, we usually get the Roth report during the show.
Yeah,
like the updated version. So we'll see what happens, because the initial report was that the rain's going to likely come in the later innings. If it comes, so we'll see. We'll have to obviously wait and see when the rain, because I do like Milwaukee quite a bit, and I do like Andrew Vaughn quite a bit, because Tyon has a 280 ISO allowed to righties. So I would definitely prefer. I would definitely like Vaughn. I'm definitely okay with Manzardo. Gallen has been a little better against lefties. Not that that matters, because he hasn't been great against either. But I do like Manzardo 41. I do like Vinny Paz, and Romy is fine. I just would rather play him at second.
Sure. Value here at first base today. Any names stick out to you? Got Vargas in
Vargas, second. Yeah, Miguel Vargas against Strider. Mountcastle hitting fourth. Probably the only two that I'd even pay any mind to.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Second base we go then. Up at the top, Ketel Marte. You mentioned liking to play Romy here. Ownership is what we said it was going to be. Alex Freeland or Miguel Rojas, even though you kind of, and we both did the extra legwork here to find out that Alex Freeland can't hit left-handed pitching.
We didn't do it for Miguel Rojas, and we should have, because Miguel Rojas can.
Well, right now, Rojas is getting almost 6% less than Freeland. So
he has a 211 ISO against lefties this year.
Okay. Hopefully you get a double out of him tonight, is what you're saying?
I mean, if you got... if he hits a double, you're at least getting a run or an RBI, and possibly both, because
Ohtani's
he's going to be hitting ninth, and either he came up with someone on base and hit a double, or he let off an inning, and now you have to face who you face behind him. Like,
yeah,
I think there's actually a lot to like. He's hit 5 of his 6 home runs this year against lefties. So,
okay, I won't fight it. I just wish he was $1,000 cheaper, like he usually is.
Yeah, that's obviously a concern. I mean, it's a really bad position, top to bottom. Like, Ketel is definitely okay if you get there, although everyone apparently hates Ketel Marte.
You got Lennon Sammy Sosa here in cleanup.
Lennon Sammy Sosa is definitely related. Hopefully his bat isn't corked, and hopefully he is not on steroids.
Both former White Sox,
Both former White Sox, both in Chicago. Yeah. Like, he is legit against righties. He hits like all of his home runs against righties. So I like that. Bryce Terang at 4,400. He homered in the first game of the Brewers doubleheader against the Cubs. As the Brewers just start another win streak. But Terang has been really, really good. Dude, the power, we keep talking about it. He keeps homering.
Yeah.
So I think Terang at 44, if you play Jackson Holiday, that's okay. He fits in a stack. Sub 4K, like Semien is in a good split. Jonathan India has been really good. And we know specifically Leiter is actually really bad against righties. So I think like some of these players are okay down here. It's a really bad position though.
I didn't mean to miss our guy S. Penny's question. I didn't have the chat open. Would you play May and Cortez in the same lineup? I don't mind it. It's risky, but
yeah, I mean, you're doing that and you're stacking as many Dodgers as you can,
which is what he says, right?
Yeah,
needing to fit course. So, but yeah, you can listen. If May pitches like he did last time, and even Nestor pitches like he did last time, you have 40 fantasy points out of 2 guys under 7K. So yeah, that would most likely be the winning duo. The optimal move there. Yeah, I agree. All right, third base. Jose Ramirez is your top price play. He is not your top roster though, because Freeland has dual positional eligibility.
Yeah,
and then Cody Freeman hitting 8th, and I won't lie to you, I got a couple of autos of Cody Freeman around my desk here somewhere. He's $2,200 getting some love because you know what? We need to fit Coors Field in our lineup.
Yeah, and third is like not a great position. I mean, you have, as you mentioned, Ramirez, but are you playing Ramirez now over who?
Ohtani, basically, right? Like that's your choice.
If you're double punting, you can play Ohtani and Ramirez if you wanted to, but you're not getting anyone else in Coors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bregman has been better against righties this year. Machado is fine, but the power is like not there, and you're paying 5,100. Michael 49, no thanks at that price. I think Westberg looks really good if you're into Baltimore and not on Dustin May. But then we're talking about like the value, and people are playing Freeland even though he can't hit lefties, but that's just because it's Coors, right? Like they don't care. And then like Josh Smith, I think looks fine leading off, but this is the better. Michael Wacha's been reverse splits this year. Caleb Durbin had a big first game on Monday, but he hit second. If he hits second again, then I wouldn't mind it at $3,700 or $3,600 rather. But yeah, I mean,
Nate Eaton's leading off. So I mean, like if you want a Boston play, right, like that, you would probably. I mean, he wasn't bad when he was given those earlier runs. That little stretch there against Washington.
No, we say it all.
He was a pinch hit candidate, but they don't have Refsnyder anymore. So like, I guess Willier today could pinch hit. I don't know what the state of Willier's.
David Hamilton?
Is Hamilton up? Because they had sent him down.
Oh. Well, they've had to make a bunch of roster moves.
They had Nathaniel Lowe on the bench.
Is he available? Is he on the team?
They made 2 moves today. They put Refsnyder on the IL and they DFA'd the catcher. So I think Lowe is available. He's just not starting because the lefty.
Oh, yeah. Hamilton's still in. They could pinch hit Yoshida.
Okay.
And then you would use
Sedon back at second or whatever.
Sedon at second.
Yeah. So again, there is Eaton here. We put Nacho Alvarez in the lineup just to make salaries work.
Yeah, he's been good.
And then the Cody Freeman play again. I know it's only been a couple of games. He does have doubles in 2 of the last 3. Now PCL. So all things considered, hit 336 with a 930 OPS and 19 homers at AAA this year. So.
Yeah, I mean they need any. I mean they are like horrendously bad right now, so they need any spark.
Yeah. I don't know where he's going to hit. I don't know where he's been hitting.
He's hitting 8th.
8th, okay. So again, just as a true punt play, if you wanted to go there. And you mentioned Wacha being reverse split. Well, this isn't a reverse split. This is righty on righty there. So Ryan haven't hit on the outfield yet. We're getting there a couple of positions here. We'll talk Braves. We're going to get to Mookie as well. So we'll get to Mookie right now because we're at shortstop. Shortstop, highest rostered player today. No shocker there is Mookie Betts. Double the field over Corey Seager at $4,600. Bobby Witt and Gunnar Henderson rounding out the 10%ers. Is it an easy Mookie plug for you? He homered,
Yeah, they gave him a standing ovation.
It.
They got the trade. No, I think it was it was the Trey Turner thing. Remember when Trey Turner got the standing O and he went on that like crazy tear a couple years ago? Philly was like booing him, and then they were like, actually, let's cheer him, and then he homered.
Yeah. I wonder, honestly, if we find out after the year, like what illness he had that caused him to lose like 25 pounds.
Yeah.
And if like he's just still not like.
Well, and he has the broken toe. Remember, he broke his toe on like his dresser in the middle of the night or whatever. So he's
not even to cross sports here, but obviously we talked a lot about Porzingis. Porzingis had like the mystery illness for the entire second half of the year. Could like barely play more than 20 minutes and wasn't even able to play some games, whatever happened to what hit Mookie, like what sapped him. So
sure.
Wondering if that's kind of the reason we have this down tilt. But that said, we're in Coors and everybody's playing them. So
yeah, I think you can play him. He's probably the top one. You could play any of the top 3. But I think Mookie is the best of the 3.
Anthony, I know you're obviously just tuning in a little late. We did rattle off some good numbers for Dustin May, but it's certainly not suicide to attack Boston with the Orioles. I mean, Dustin May, as James pointed out on the previous shows, had 1 good start, while throwing the cutter and one bad start while throwing the cutter. So if today is a good start for the cutter, O's are probably in trouble. If it's a bad start for Dustin May, no one's playing Baltimore. So you can get that. Anything else at shortstop for you is the top group?
No, you can play any of the three.
Any of the three. Mid-range.
Gunner
we like
49.
Montgomery. Are we still there?
Yeah. Home runs.
Home runs. Anything else?
Gunner.
Yeah. Gunner is 49. There's nothing else here though. Nothing I like.
Ortiz at 2,900 and Arias is in the better split against Zach Gallen.
Sure. Scott, I appreciate you tuning in, and I look forward to you supporting us. So appreciate it, man. And Ryan, I heard you won a tournament the other day. Congrats on your win. All right, let's get to the outfield here. Again, we're in Coors. We don't need to be too repetitive, but all of your Dodgers are getting love. Shohei, Hernandez, and Pages, your top three. Then you do have a couple of Braves with Ozuna and Acuna up there. So to go in Profar and Michael Harris. So to Ryan's question, those are the two teams we liked last night. We talked about Atlanta in this spot against the White Sox. If you weren't playing Dodgers, that was kind of where we wanted to go with it.
Yeah, I think the way that you can make it work is playing Shohei at first.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you can get another Dodger and use two of those Braves outfielders if you want.
Yes, I think we did. We ended up using some punt plays, I think, in the preview show lineup. But
yes, we used Dylan Beavers, which I think is still fine, but it just depends on what the construction is. I think, personally, I love Teoscar and Pages, and I'm not about to crap on them, but I do think that at the same price, if you wanted to play Acuna over them, that would be perfectly fine too.
Yeah.
Because that guy should be priced like Shohei is nightly. And we're going to get a 2 home run game from Ronald Acuna at 5,500 soon. And he's never going to be that price tag again.
Right. He should be $1,000 more expensive.
He should literally never be under $6,000.
And he definitely liked the Brewers. Again, Tyon coming off the IL, making his
Definitely.
first start. Definitely like the Brewers. And
Definitely in the content, all in the content today at fantasynorm.com. We've already mentioned 6 Brewers, and we're not even in the outfield yet.
Yeah, I know. Yelich, by the way, $5,600 is expensive.
Would play him.
Can play him. Working our way down. Where are you on the Rocky side of this matchup?
I mean, they've been top half of the league in offense, so like you can do it. Okay. I don't think it's like a priority, but if you're playing multiple lineups, I think you can get to some Rockies.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
I want to address Anthony's. I don't love Corbin Carroll. I think you can get there for sure. Like if you were asking me what the pivot off Shohei was, if you need a pivot off Shohei, it's Acuna first for me, and then it's Yelich. That is if you're not using like a Dodger as your pivot. Like if it's not Teoscar or Andy Pages, I think Acuna or Yelich in that range would be the 2 pivots for me.
Okay. Anything else? I guess in this mid-tier.
Oh, Ryan, you did not have to do that. Thank you, sir.
Oh, my boy.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Tuning in. Ryan throwing us a little super chat love. Yeah,
Thanks,
guys,
we
never asked for it, but if you want, become a member of the channel. The options for you guys to click that button, support us that way as well. Again, don't need it. We appreciate it though. You can hit that like, share, and subscribe, and we like it just as much. So
Dodgers lineup out is going to be very interesting to see where the ownership goes.
Somebody not playing tonight.
Yes, Will Smith is not playing.
Oh,
so they're playing rushing. They are also playing Buddy Kennedy over
and Alex Call
over Freeland. Yeah, and Alex Call
and Rojas. We don't have we don't.
No, we do.
We do Rojas. Yeah, okay.
We have all of that. We have all the outfielders plus Call.
Okay.
We have no Will Smith
and no Freeland.
Freeland.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That will definitely shift some things around for sure.
Rojas hitting 7th. His ownership is about to 2x what it is right now.
Yeah. Well, again, with Freeland was double him beforehand, so now that's just going to trip there.
What's Kennedy's price? 31.
31. Okay.
31, second and third. He's gonna absorb all that Freeland ownership. Actually,
Anthony, we do like Colson Montgomery. We'll be happy to play some Colson Montgomery today if you want to get there. All Alrighty. So we'll wait for the ownership to come through and we'll update you as that happens here. But obviously, again, we like Brewers, we like Dodgers, we like Braves for some offenses here for trying to build your stacks. Anything else that you want to kind of highlight in this 4K range?
Ramon Laureano at 4K as a one-off looks really good. The lineup just came out. He's hitting 4th tonight. He's just been awesome. A lot of power lately. Robbie Ray does allow some power, 160 ISO to righties. Obviously, the walks and are a little bit concerning. No, I mean, I love Profar at 39. I love Ozuna at 38 on the field. Off the field, he's terrible. 3,900 Profar, 38 Ozuna. 39 Langford, I think looks really good. No one's going to play him. I started listing like some of my favorite one-offs in the core play section. He is definitely one of them. I think that this is definitely a home run spot for him. Mike Waka has some big time expected ISO numbers against righties. So I like Langford 39. So like between Profar, I'll even throw Stephen Kwan in there. Kwan, Langford, and Ozuna, that little tier I love. Schneemann 36, Michael Harris 35 is on a different in just a different galaxy altogether. He is on a different planet. I don't hate Colton Cowser for Baltimore. We just had a Baltimore question. Baltimore, that must be the most polarizing team today because I feel like we've had so many Orioles questions. It's warranted because Dustin May has been such a different guy from his first start with Boston to his second start. I do like Colton Cowser's price. I do like the lineup position, and I do like his history against righties. So I would go there.
If May's throwing strikes, he's going to be very difficult to hit. So that's just the way.
Unless the strikes are a cutter that's not cutting.
Sure.
Because if for a guy who didn't throw a cutter a lot to be throwing it as much as he is now, like if he can't grip it or get it to break, he's in trouble, right? And then I think there's like some cheap guys, like we talked Beavers last night. He's hitting 7th or 8th rather. Jock is hitting 7th tonight, 2,400. I think by hitting Jock 7th, they're finally admitting they're wrong and like they shouldn't be playing him anymore.
Yeah, this is a pretty young looking lineup for Baltimore tonight, right? They got
really
Salo, Westberg, Jackson's in the lineup down here. Dylan Carlson's hitting 9th. Like they have some, not your typical strong lineup there.
Well, they don't have the guys to like they traded them.
Right, but I'm saying like there's no Tyler O'Neill's on the IL, no Adley Rutschman tonight. Right?
Yeah, that's true. I guess the Rutschman one, I forgot. And O'Neill, yeah.
So systems just they went a little younger.
Tyler O'Neill is such a weird dude.
You know what you do next year though? You bet him to hit a home run on opening day.
Well, that's that taxes Tyler O'Neill hitting a home run on opening day. Has to be one of the weirdest.
It's like 4 straight years, 5 straight years or something.
Dude, I think it's longer than that.
You think it's longer?
I think it's like 6 or 7 or something. Like that has to be one of the weirdest anomalies in sports.
6 straight seasons with a homer on opening day.
Is that not one of the weirdest anomalies in sports?
Absolutely.
Like, is he just that excited about playing like every year when like? There's no reason. Because
opening day, you're usually facing the other team's best starter.
Dude, there's no reason whatsoever that should happen. Ever.
Yep.
Like if he homers next year opening day, he needs to be studied. Like what is his routine going into the year?
What is more of an anomaly? The 6 straight leadoff homers on opening day, or Chris Davis's 3 straight years of hitting
241,
243 or whatever it was.
239.
What was it? Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. It was 247.
247.
4 straight seasons of 247.
Yeah, Oakland Chris Davis, not Baltimore Chris Davis.
Yeah. What's more unlikely?
That is true.
4 full seasons of hitting 247 or 6 straight years of homering on opening day.
Yeah, I would say I don't know. It's tough because you're going into the last day of the season knowing that you like
where your average is at. Yeah,
it's like if you're going into that last at bat, like, oh, shoot, I need a hit here. It's like you strike out. You're like, 247 again. Like,
yeah, it's pretty crazy. All right, let's get a lineup build for you folks here at home. Hopefully we can win you some more money. We had the question.
Let's do it. Yep, we're gonna do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's just test it.
Cortez and Dustin May.
Play Shohei at first.
I mean, what's our catcher play now? Because we don't have to play Will Smith. We can go down to Dalton Rushing somewhere, wherever his price is at. 34, or we go cheaper down to like Fermin, 25.
Yes. All right, hold on. Let's do Rojas at second. Unless you wanted to play Buddy Kennedy for cheaper.
No, I trust Rojas to be a better player.
For sure is a better.
I guess we're doing Mookie, obviously.
Well, I was gonna ask. So Michael Harris in the outfield, right? That's one of our outfield spots for sure. I mean, he's just been that good.
Yeah.
He correlates perfectly with Ozuna, who's also cheap.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not building. This is like the most shocky lineup of all time, but it is what it is.
$4,700, third base, shortstop, outfield.
Do you prefer Mookie or because I think we could probably get like Pajes easily in this line. I don't know if we can go Pajes Mookie. We probably can because we're punting catcher, but
I was gonna say Pajes or Mookie.
Oh yeah, I take it back. It's easy.
Pajes 38.
Right. Yeah, easy. Let's leave it there. Easy. Okay. Look how easy. Look how. Now this is a thing I would do. We've been working together for a long time.
Right? Isn't that the thing? Isn't that the thing to do?
Look, I think the Braves are the best secondary stack imaginable. They're cheap. They're on fire.
You're getting Ohtani and Acuna in your lineup here.
And you have the two of the like at their peaks, probably like the two of the 5 best players in baseball.
The problem we had last night was just how bad third base was, but like
correct. It just got easier, by the way, too. It just got easier.
It got easier?
Yeah. When we found what the Dodgers lineup. I mean, again, just throwing it out there if you wanted to, there's actually a perfect 4-for-4 stack right in front of us here that we could build.
Oh yeah, we would play Baldwin and Kennedy.
Yeah. If that's how you wanted to take it, and maybe that's how we take it but you have to wait and see in the Discord where we're going to put the rest of the lineup.
Yeah, go join the Discord. 7-day free trial going on. You can check that out. fantasytime.com/win. Promo code Let's Go gets that first month for $19.98 a month. We also have our pick your own promo still going on. 25% off all products. fantasyalarm.com/win. Same URL. You can scan that QR code. 25% off our fantasy football draft guide. 25% off the month-to-month cost, knocks that down to $29.97 a month. And then you can go annual with us. Sign up for the year. 25% off the annual subscription, knocks it down to $17.99 a month for the year.
Shee!
I mean, we charge $39.98, I think it is, for a normal price. You go for the annual, and you basically save $22 a month for the year. And that covers all sports, not just football. Grant and I do just as much, if not more, basketball. If you guys were fortunate enough to tune in to the NBA show last year, you saw Grande outright won 5 basketball GPPs last year. 6, 7.
I did the math.
You do how many did you?
We were in double digits last year.
You outright won double-digit NBA.
I mean, now to be fair, it would some of them were 3 in one night.
Sure, well, that counts.
Right. Yeah. We were in double digits.
So no shortage of information here. We had a millionaire winner a couple of years ago in the NFL.
Bob.
Millionaire Mike.
Bob from accounting won.
Millionaire Mike bought a boat, winning the FanDuel Millie. Single bullet lineup using our NFL DFS playbook.
$5 entry.
$5 entry won the FanDuel Millie using our NFL DFS playbook, which Bender puts together. But Bender and I do the NFL DFS show. So plenty of content you guys can get in for as cheap as it's really going to be. Honestly, we don't really sell things. I am surprised we sell things for this as cheaply as we are. Sort of. I'm the one who came up with the promo.
I was going to say you're not surprised.
I'm not surprised. This is all my idea. So 25% off all products, fantasytime.com/win. Your promo codes are there. We appreciate you guys tuning in each and every day. Get in that Discord. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.